January 1st, 1863. The American Civil War is 2 years old. The President Abraham Lincoln has just issued the final Emancipation Proclamation, declaring that all slaves in Confederate states are now free. As the war rages on, slaves are freed in territory newly occupied by advancing Union forces. Yet in Texas, the state most isolated geographically and furthest away from the fighting, the numbers of slaves increases by the thousands. Slaveholders in eastern states are moving west to escape the Union Army. By the war's end in 1865, there are an estimated 250,000 slaves in Texas. So it was that on the 19th of June, 1865, about 2 months after Confederate General Robert E. Lee surrendered his forces at Appomattox, and just 4 days before Confederate General and Cherokee Indian Stand Watie surrendered his forces at Dokesville in the Choctaw Nation, General Gordon Granger of the Union Army arrived in Galveston, Texas, to inform the enslaved there that the war had ended. They were now free. These are the words of that proclamation. General Order Number 3. The people of Texas are informed that in accordance with a proclamation from the Executive of the United States, all slaves are free. This involves an absolute equality of personal rights and rights of property between former masters and slaves, and the connection heretofore existing between them becomes that between employer and hired labour. The freedmen are advised to remain quietly at their present homes and work for wages. They are informed that they will not be allowed to collect at military posts, and that they will not be supported in idleness either there or elsewhere. From the initial 1-year anniversary in 1866 onwards, this day has been celebrated. At first it was called Jubilee Day. The name Juneteenth, a combination of June and 19th, became popular in the 1890s. The course of its celebration can be said to mirror much of the black experience in post-Civil War United States. For decades, celebrations were hampered by racism and Jim Crow segregation laws in many areas of the South. Some groups managed to purchase areas of land to hold Juneteenth celebrations, areas commonly renamed Emancipation Parks, many of which survive to this day. By the turn of the century, Juneteenth celebrations became less popular, as many upwardly mobile black communities wished to share associations with slavery. During the Civil Rights era in the 50s and 60s, the picture is mixed, some ignoring associations with the past to focus on injustice and issues of freedom for the present, others connecting those same struggles with the modern fight for civil rights. Since then, from around the 1970s onwards, Juneteenth celebrations have grown again in popularity. It is now a national holiday in the United States and, incidentally, is also celebrated in parts of Mexico by the descendants of escaped slaves who initially lived among the Native American Seminole tribe in Florida before settling in the Coahuila region of northern Mexico. Thanks for listening. If you like this, subscribe and hit the notification bell.